Generation We. It's great to be here today. Now, I know what it feels like to have every single shred of self-esteem taken from you in a moment's notice. In March 2008, I was 24 years old, and at the time in my life, I just started out as a model, a TV presenter, and I was enjoying the benefits of being, I guess, what society labels as classically beautiful. And I had a pretty good idea about what my future looked like at the time. But on that day, back in March, I was a victim of an acid attack. And in an instant, my plans for the future were taken from me. Now, I suffered very severe injuries to all of my face, my eyelids, my nose, my ears. It was really, really grim. The majority of my face was destroyed, covered in third-degree burns, full-thickness burns that melted my face. And that meant every single burn area on my face and body needed skin grafts and also dermal substitutes beneath those grafts. It was painful, and it took a lot of time, but eventually I did begin to recover. The pain, it started to subside, but of course, the scars, they remained. They were permanent. And I came to that sad realization that for many people, the questions and the expectations that they had of me were as if my life was now over. People saw the scars on my face, and they saw them as a weakness. I was kicked out of shops, I was pointed at in shopping centers, I was made fun of. But the truth is, those scars, they were actually more than just skin deep. There was also emotional scars. And for me, they were proof that I had faced so much and I had overcome it. My scars, they actually went on to make me stronger. Thank you. Eventually, in my journey, I was approached to document my story on Channel 4 and for them to follow it in this kind of documentary style. Well, at the time in my life, the only real people that were close to me then, I didn't have many friends. All I had was my doctors, my legal team, and my mum. So I did think, wow, this is going to be kind of a bit of a boring documentary. I haven't got much going on at the moment. But they went through with it, they filmed me, and I was actually really shocked by the response that I got from this program. For the first time in a long time in my life, I was met with overwhelming positivity and support. People who were born with facial disfigurements, people who had suffered attacks like me, and people who had no common experience to mine, but they just wanted to share their encouragement. All of them sending me letters, emails, letting me know that I had their support and they were behind me. Even though those letters were all addressed to me, Katie, those letters, well, they felt like they were addressed to anybody. Anybody here in this audience who'd felt ashamed of who they were, ever felt like they don't fit in, felt like they were worth nothing. And at that moment, I decided to take control of my future. I chose to take all those words of encouragement and find my self-worth and use it to help others to find theirs. So I decided to start a charity, the Katie Piper Foundation, to assist people who'd gone through something similar on a medical and on a mental health level. I wanted to help them, I suppose, learn something that actually took me quite a while to learn after my accident. And that is the only measurement of yourself that is worthwhile is self-worth. Because the truth is, in life, you are your only competition. Now, how many of you out here today, sat in front of me, have social media? Give me a cheer. Okay, that's the whole arena, basically. So, with social media, we often end up envying people online. We want to be like them, but they're showing us a mere snapshot of their lives. They're showing you one solitary moment in a life that's full of success, full of failures, full of happiness, and also full of disappointment. And we spend all this time and energy looking at other people, trying to figure out how to react to them. If we want to tear them down to make ourselves feel better, try and befriend them because it makes us feel like we're worth more, or even trying to one-up them with our own posts and our own photos. But you know what? Through all my experience of what's happened to me, I have one challenge that I want everybody here, no matter what your circumstances, to take on. I want you to work on being in love with the person in the mirror who has been through so much but is still standing. Because guys, you are all worth it. Thank you very much.